guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be doing my best of 2017 beauty favorites. I am so excited to be able to do this video because I am surrounded by all of the things that I absolutely love. There is no better happiness than being surrounded by your favorite products. Anyway, if you are new to my channel, welcome. My name is Shay. I hope you stick around. Make sure to subscribe down below and click the notification bell so you are notified of all future videos from me. There's a lot to talk about in this video, so we're gonna just dive right into it. These are not all going to be 2017 release products. Some of these products are older, but they were new to me, or I've had them and I rediscovered them in 2017. I'm also going to try to do high-end and a drugstore favorite, or a couple of each, just because I want to make sure that I'm covering all bases. So the first product that I have is by Estee Lauder. If you guys watched my Worth the Splurge video, I will link it up in the cards. I mentioned this in that video. This is the Estee Lauder Nutritious Vita Mineral Moisture Cream. This saved my skin. I have always had very dry, textured skin in the winter time, and this literally takes away my texture. It's unbelievable. It is beautifully lightweight. It sinks into the skin beautifully. You can wear it under makeup. I wake up with glowy, beautiful skin every morning. I love this stuff. This is the Not Your Mother's Way to Grow leave-in conditioner. I personally like leave-in conditioners because I feel like it really gets down into the hair shaft and makes them softer, smoother. I prefer leave-in conditioners. I still condition my hair in the shower, but I also add in a leave-in conditioner a few times a week. This also has some growth enhancing properties to it, so it does trigger your current hair to grow, which is fantastic. This leaves my hair super soft, super detangled. I mean, it just really makes the hair manageable, smooth, that it's noticeably different. I am a fragrance connoisseur. I have over 35 fragrances, and I'm a perfume hoarder. So when something stands out to me and I use a lot of it, I want to mention it. This is the Giorgio Armani Code perfume. It's amazing. It is literally one spray and it lasts all day long. If you're not into like a nighttime spicier scent, I wouldn't really recommend this. So it's not floral, it's not really fruity, it's more of a deep scent. I've been using this for years and years and years. This would be my signature scent. If you're ever wondering what I smell like on a day-to-day basis, it's normally this. And the other fragrance is, I didn't even realize I did this, but it's also a Giorgio Armani fragrance. This one I wear in the summer. This is Sun de Jo, and this literally just smells like a warm summer day. It is just a warm, kind of sweet, fresh scent. It literally, I smell it and I just think of summer. Again, this is one of those perfumes that are one spray coverage, so one spritz and it's on me all day long. But this is by Morphe. I love Morphe brushes, but this brush changed my entire foundation game. This is the Morphe M429 brush, and it is a domed foundation brush. It is so soft, so densely packed, and it just applies foundation like a dream. I use probably half of the foundation that I have to use with a sponge using this brush. It blends amazing. It doesn't crease. It doesn't cake anything on. It just distributes the product so perfectly. And like I said, it is so soft. I want to say this was actually in my December favorites video, maybe. I'll link the December favorites video up in the cards as well. But Morphe is so affordable, and you can now get Morphe at Ulta, which adds to the awesomeness of Morphe. This is the Flower Beauty Sponge. I have always been a ride or die beauty blender kind of girl. This sponge is the softest sponge I have ever touched in my entire life. It is amazing. The shape of it, the size of the pores, I mean, it's phenomenal. This one is dry. When it's wet, it literally triples in size. It is insanely soft. It doesn't suck up a lot of my product. It distributes product amazing. You get such a beautiful coverage out of this sponge. Oh, it's such a good sponge. And for half the price of a beauty blender, you just cannot go wrong. So shout out to Flower Beauty for slaying the game when it comes to sponges. Let's talk primer. For high end, I went crazy with the Benefit Porefessional this year. I don't really need the mattifying properties of the Porefessional. I need the pore filling properties. I do have larger pores in this area of my face right here, and nothing else really does what this product does. It is oil free, which is fantastic for those who are oily. If you are oily, this is also a very good product. I can still use this. It's very, very silky. It smells great. It's a phenomenal product. You don't need very much. I usually just take this on my fingertips and pat it into the areas that I need it on. But in general, this is just an amazing, amazing pore filling and mattifying primer. Another primer that I absolutely love, I have gone through, I think, 3 of these this year. This is actually from the drugstore. This is by e.l.f. and this is the Mineral Infused Face Primer. It does kind of sit on the skin slightly, but in a way that doesn't screw up your foundation. My foundation doesn't slip and slide around my face or anything, but again, it does give it that like luminous appearance to it, and it fills in my pores really, really well. It is clear, completely clear, non-tinted. I just really, really like this product a lot. The Tarte Amazonian Clay Full Coverage Foundation. I'm in the shade Ivory. This product is gorgeous. This is definitely a 12-hour makeup or more. This lasts all day long. It's fantastic for all skin types because if you're dry, it doesn't cling to dry patches. If you're oily, it helps to minimize your oiliness. It's beautiful. And add in the fact that it has SPF, perfect. It comes in a squeezy tube, which I like, and it has a great shade range. It really does. This just like really meshes in with your skin, and it looks like skin. I can wear this all year round, including in the wintertime. So it tells you a little bit about how versatile the product is. So I really, really like this. I've been wearing it quite a bit this year. And this is the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte and the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Glow. In the Pro Matte, I am shade 102 Shell Beige, and in the Pro Glow, I am shade 202 Creamy Natural. The reason why I have both of these is because I mix them. This one is too matte for my dry skin. This one doesn't have enough coverage. Putting them together is perfection. The shade ranges of both are very, very good. There's a good variety of different shades, and they also do a really good job with undertones. I really recommend this foundation for any skin type. It's really, really good. A couple honorable mentions, one from each end of the spectrum. These are both very new to me. This one has climbed the ranks to be my favorite foundation of all time. I did mention this in my December favorites. Again, I think I had it linked in the cards up above, so you can, sorry, dog had an itch apparently. I do have it linked up in the cards so you can check that out. This is the Lancome Teint Idole Ultra Wear Foundation. This is like a second skin. I have never seen a foundation that has amazing coverage, looks like skin, everything over top of it blends beautifully. You don't need to set it with powder if you don't want to, but you don't need very much of this. I use half a pump of this and it does my entire face beautifully. And it doesn't look like a mask. It never ever cakes up on me. I don't get oily, nothing. It's beautiful. So this one is definitely, I think, a new holy grail for me, and I recommend it to pretty much everybody. It's amazing. And my other honorable mention is one that I discovered later in the year because I've had it for a lot of 2017, but I didn't try it and I don't know why. But this is the number 7 Stay Perfect Foundation, and this is also for all skin types. This is more of like a light to medium coverage foundation. It also has a pump, which I definitely appreciate from the drugstore. I think they have a decent shade range from what I remember. This is what the packaging looks like. It's a really good foundation though. It also has SPF. I like to just use this as an everyday foundation, you know, a no makeup look, because it does give you a little bit of coverage and it really just gives you an even complexion. So it's not something that you're gonna, you know, be noticed or called out on for wearing too much makeup. I wanted to give this a shout out because it is new to me, but it's definitely a good one to check out. For setting powder for the face, there is but one. And this is my Coty Airspun powder from the drugstore. It is like $5. I use the shade Honey Beige just for a little bit of extra coverage, but I also have the shade Translucent, which has no coverage. This is the softest, most airbrushed look to the skin when you apply it. You can bake with this, you can set your face with it, you can just set your under eyes with it. It is such a perfect powder. But it is like seriously one of the most micro fine powders I've ever touched. It's like touching a cloud. The first concealer we're going to talk about is by Tarte. Yes, I know. We all know about the Tarte Shape Tape. but there's good reason for that because it's amazing. This on me is full coverage. I barely need any. It has a huge doe foot applicator, which I actually really like the fact that it's huge. You need maybe a couple drops under the eye and that is it. It is amazing for, like I said, for me, it doesn't crease. It is not drying. It doesn't make me look crepey. It just looks perfect. And the next concealer that I have been going crazy for, in fact, I'm almost out of it. This is the Wet n Wild Photofocus Concealer, and I am in the shade Light Ivory. As you can see, I am right there. So I literally have used the crap out of this, and I don't plan on stopping because it's amazing. Not only is Wet n Wild cruelty-free and vegan, but it's affordable. It's like $5, and honestly, I'm gonna say this, these to me are complete dupes. Complete dupes other than packaging. Let's talk brows, because when you're not blessed to have beautiful brows, you got to kind of create your own. So you need some good products to do that. This is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Dipbrow, and I'm in the shade medium brown. This Dipbrow pomade is amazing. I can get the most sharp, precise, hair-like motions into my brows. I absolutely love this. It lasts all day long. I never have this fade or move or anything. It is absolutely great. It has quite a bit of product in there. As you can see, I've been using it for quite a while this year, and I'm still not even close to finishing it up. This is the e.l.f. brow pencil. I'm in the shade neutral brown. It, has a spoolie on one end, which is actually a really good spoolie. I enjoy that spoolie. And then on the other end, you have your pencil. The only downside to this is it's not considered a micro brow pencil because it's a little bit thicker of a tip. This is just great to fill in. It's a little bit more waxy than like the Anastasia Brow Wiz or Brow Definer would be. Those are a stiffer formula. This is a little more creamy and waxy, but I'm wearing this in my brows today, and only this in my brows today, and I think they came out perfect. This is the Becca Mineral Blush in Wild Honey. This is one of my favorite blushes to wear in the summertime because it's almost a bronzer. It's so close to being a bronzer. It is just a beautiful, beautiful warm toned blush. I wear this more in the summer just because it does look like a bronzer, and I tend to just blend the two together and get a really nice sun-kissed glow to my face. So I really, really, really like this one. This is the Tarte Amazonian Clay 12-Hour Blush in the shade Party. And I have started to already wear off the embossment in there. This is such a stunning peachy pinky blush. I love this blush so much. I love these tones where it's like a peach and a pink kind of mixed together with a little bit of nude in there. It's just so natural looking. This is the color of blushes I tend to really go for. So staying on that whole point, the two drugstore blushes that I have are kind of along those same lines. So this first one is by Makeup Revolution, and this is the matte blush in the shade Beloved. And this blush, it looks so light in the lighting. I'm working with natural lighting right now, by the way. My ring light still has not arrived. I bought a bigger ring light. Mine is too small and too warm. So until that gets here, it's a little bit difficult to play with the sun depending on what it's doing outside. Anyway, but this one I have worn all year long. It is such a beautiful, finely milled blush. It's just a beautiful peachy pink. And like I said, it's so finely milled that it blends. You can't overdo it. It just blends into nothing. You can't see it sitting on your skin. It is completely matte. There is no shimmer, there's no sheen, there's nothing. It's beautiful. I'm actually wearing this on my cheeks today. This is the Wet n Wild Color Icon Ombre Blush, and this one's in the shade The Princess Daquiries. So this one is an ombre, so you have your lighter shade up here, and then your more pinky peachy down here. I just swirl my brush in the entire thing, and again, this is one that you can literally put on and pound on and go and go and go, and it never ever looks cakey, and it builds up slowly, which I like in a blush. I want to just take my blush brush and just go to town on my face. I'm kind of a savage at applying makeup. So this one does have a little bit of a sheen to it, but not enough that it is really apparent on the face. So like I said, I am wearing this as my blush today. It's a very subtle blush. It's a very natural looking, beautiful touch of color to the cheeks without being too bold. So those are my favorite blushes of 2017. For bronzer, would you believe it if I told you I only have one favorite bronzer for 2017, and it's drugstore. Sadly, I believe NYC is no longer available in the United States. This is the NYC Smooth Skin in the shade Sunny. This is literally my holy grail blush, or sorry, not blush, this is literally my holy grail blush. Why can't I say bronzer? I keep saying blonzer. This is literally my holy grail bronzer. I love this so much. I've had it for about a year, but I've been using it sparingly because I know that it's not readily available anymore. It's just a really beautiful, natural bronzer color. It's not too warm, it's not too cool. It has the perfect amount of pigment. It is buildable, and it just gives a warmth to the skin. Not enough that you're gonna look muddy or patchy. It blends beautifully. It just brings a beautiful warmth to your face. And this is the notorious, infamous Champagne Pop Shimmering Skin Perfector. This color I find is so flattering on so many skin tones. I feel like anybody from the deepest of deep to the fairest of fair can wear this. It is a beautiful peachy champagne shade. You don't need a lot of it. It doesn't sit on your skin like powder. It blends in. It just looks wet on your face. It's beautiful. This is not the one I'm wearing today, but I do wear it quite often and I love it so much. You've probably seen this again in my, I think it was in my November favorites. I will link that up in the cards as well. This is the Anastasia Sugar Glow Kit. I believe this is limited edition. It is still available, but I do believe this is limited edition. And if it is, I highly recommend getting your hands on it, especially if you are a fair girl. Most of them I can't wear one or two of the shades because they're just too dark for my skin tone. This one I can wear every single one of them. So you have 4 beautiful highlights. These powders just apply to the face like butter. They are so smooth, so vibrant, so beautiful. I cannot recommend this enough. This is my favorite palette that she has ever done. There is no glitter in any of these shades, which is another really nice thing that I appreciate. It's a winner all the way around. Absolutely 100%. And for drugstore highlighters, there are 2 that stood out to me more than any other. The first one is actually by Milani. This is the Instant Glow Powder in Strobe Light. It's I think the lightest shade, 01, out of the collection. Anyway, it looks like this. The packaging is gorgeous. It is just the most beautiful highlight. It is super soft, super silky, it doesn't look like powder, applies like a dream, lasts all day. All the good things about highlighter is in this product, plus it's affordable. And the next one is a cult classic, cult favorite. I think Kathleen Lights actually made this as popular as it is, but with good reason. This is by Essence. This is literally like a $3 highlighter, $5 maybe. This is the Pure Nude highlighter, and this is gorgeous. This is definitely more of a subtle highlight. This is not a highlight that's going to give you any real bling to the face. It, again, no shimmer, no glitter. It's got a beautiful sheen. It blends out beautifully and it stays all day long, and it's $5 and you can get it at Ulta. What more can I say? So for setting spray, the only setting spray that I have been in love with this year is the Urban Decay All Nighter. Were you expecting something different? Silly, silly people. This is amazing. This will keep my makeup on pretty much until I take it off, regardless of how long it's on for. It blends all of my makeup together. It melts the powder down to mesh in with my foundation. It just gives me such a smooth, flawless face. It does not have a scent. It has an amazing mister on it. I mean, the mister is just, it's perfect. For eye primer, to be totally honest with you, I haven't found a holy grail eye primer. I've been kind of going through a lot of deluxe size samples, trying new things, trying to find that eye primer that I want to stick with, and I have not found that yet. And for eyeshadows, the first thing I want to mention is palettes, because that's obviously the one that really, we had a lot of palettes come out this year. I mean, there was a new release every couple weeks and it was overwhelming. So I really had to dig deep and realize what my absolute favorites were, what I used the most. So there's a couple I'm not going to mention because I know for a fact you've already seen them in other videos. So I'm going to do some palettes that I haven't seen too much, that are still popular, still available, that kind of thing. If you hear any weird crinkling noises, my cat is literally climbing into a box under my vanity because if he fits, he sits. First one, and definitely like the number one that I've been using, is the Anastasia Modern Renaissance palette. I actually featured this and 3 other ones that I'm going to be talking about in my palette tag, perfect palette tag, which I will link up in the cards. This is one of my top 3 palettes of all time. It is definitely my most used palette for sure. This palette's gotten a lot of love, and for very good reason. It is just perfect. It's a mostly warm tone palette. These shadows are stunning. I feel like they're very similar in texture to the Loreal shadows, so they are a little bit powdery. You do get a little bit of a kickback, but they're so blendable and so pigmented that I overlook that completely. The pigmentation is out of this world. The shimmer shades are absolutely vibrant and stunning. The mattes blend like a dream. I mean, I have absolutely no complaints about this palette whatsoever. I did do swatches of these also in the Perfect palette tag, which again I said I would link up in the cards, so definitely go check that out if you'd like to see more on these swatches and stuff like that. The second one is on the newer side to me, but definitely gotten a lot of use out of it so far. This is the one and only Huda Beauty Desert Dusk palette. This palette is stunning, both packaging and product. These are absolutely phenomenal powders and I love it so much. If you want to see a couple swatches of this, go check out my Perfect palette tag. This one is also featured in that. I've been using this like crazy. I love warm tone shadows. I wore this pretty much all fall and all the way up until Christmas, and I don't see myself stopping. This next palette is also one that was featured in my Perfect palette tag, and it might actually have been in my November favorites video. I'll link that one up in the cards as well. This is the Morphe 39A Dare to Create palette. This is a monster palette. It's huge, but the inside of this is, you guys, this is a one and done palette. It is the most amazing quality. I love Morphe in general. If you can't tell already, I've already named off a few of them, but this is my favorite out of all of them, including the Jaclyn Hill palette, because I feel like this has everything. My camera just overheated, so I'm not sure where it just left off, but what I was saying was you have all the different areas of this palette with the different types of colors, and I feel like this is so versatile and you can get so many looks out of it. The pigmentation of these is amazing and the blendability is just as good. I'm not going to swatch any right now because I did swatch this in my favorites video, which I did link up in the cards, so go check that out if you would like to see more on this palette. And my last palette that I wanted to mention is also an affordable palette, and this is by BH Cosmetics. This is the Carly Bybel Deluxe palette. This palette is kind of pinky based, but not entirely. I love the selection of eyeshadows in this palette. You have duochromes, you have matte shades, you have the cream setting shades, you have two face highlighters down here, and then you have these four very, very vibrant highlighters that you can either use as eyeshadow or face highlighters. I feel like this palette is so just put together nicely. The other nice part is the price. It is $22 and I think it's amazing. It's got a beautiful mirror, it's got great packaging, it's gorgeous. I love it. I've been using it quite a bit. I actually used this today. I have these two shades right here on my crease, and then something different from my Project Pan video on my inner lid. But it's a fantastic, fantastic palette. Hands down. Blends beautifully, smooth, buttery, pigmented, gorgeous. Worth the price. Let's talk single shadows. This year was the year of ColourPop for me. I really started to dive into the ColourPop world, and I can't say that I am at all upset about it. This is probably the most worn shade that I have from the ColourPop Super Shock shadows, and this is in the shade Sequin. It is just a absolutely gorgeous rose gold with some sparkle in it. It's beautiful. The only thing with these is they don't apply very well with a brush at all. These apply best with your fingertips, but I still really, really, really like that formula, and the color range is just insane. Not to mention they're $5 each, and you can't beat that. Another really, really affordable and very under talked about product that I found is the City Color Cosmetics Shimmer Shadows. These you can get on Amazon. They're like $2, $3, and the pans are huge, and the pigmentation of these is insane. I love their shimmer shadows because the foil is just incredible. They're stunning. They're absolutely stunning. They are so creamy, so pigmented, so blendable. You just can't beat it for $3, and the color selection of these is amazing. So pop on Amazon and definitely check out City Color because they have some really good stuff. Makeup Forever Starlit Powder. This one is in Iridescent Pearl. So they come in a packaging like this, and these are so pigmented. They are incredibly finely milled, so they are really, really, really sparkly and metallic. These are so versatile because you can use them as a face highlighter, you can use them as an eyeshadow, you can tap them in the center of your lips for a little bit of a poutier lip look. They can be subtle, they can be extreme. They're just gorgeous. And I know you've all seen this. I want to bet that 80% of all favorites videos of this month include these, because for what better reason than they're perfect. These are the Stila Glitter and Glow liquid eyeshadows. And I have a bunch of them. I have like 8 of them, but these are my 2 favorites. These are so opaque, so sparkly, so beautiful. They come with a doe foot applicator, and you can actually apply to your eye with this applicator, and it works fantastic. But you can also use it with a brush, which I tend to do more just for a little bit more control. So that, look at, do you see? That is Diamond Dust. So that is one of my favorites. And then the other one of my favorites is Kitten Karma, which is a beautiful rose gold. So this one's really metallic, but Kitten Karma has just like specks of glitter in it. It's just a beautiful rose gold shade. I love these so much. They have a huge shade range. They're constantly coming out with more. Definitely recommend checking these out, especially if you are into glitter, shimmer, anything like that. For pencil eyeliners, my favorites are the Marc Jacobs highliners. I have 2 of them. I have the shade Rococo and I have the shade Jazzberry. These are both metallics, but he also has regular glossy finish ones. These are amazing. They are twist up products. They are super pigmented, and they last all day long in the waterline. They're super creamy. Oh, they're amazing. Huge range of colors. I mean, dozens of different colors. So there's always going to be one that you find that you'll like. For a liquid liner, believe it or not, my holy grail liquid liner is a felt tip pot eyeliner from Sephora. It is the Sephora brand colorful eyeliner, waterproof, and this one's in the shade number 1. So it's just a really dark black. I love this applicator because it is a felt tip, but it is very, whoa, hello. It is very stiff and precise. So I can get the sharpest wing ever. It is so pigmented, super matte when it dries. It is perfect for winging out eyeliner. I love this stuff, and it's only like $10, $12. And the last eyeliner I'm going to talk about is a gel liner, and my holy grail ride or die gel liner is the Maybelline Eye Studio gel liner. You can see I have just destroyed this thing. I love this product. This is the only gel liner that I use, and I use it with a $2 eyeliner pencil or brush from Essence. This is another holy grail product of mine, and I wanted to add it in because this brush changed my eyeliner game completely. This is the Essence eyeliner brush. It's $1.99. They come in different colors. I have like 3 on backup after the 2 that are in use. I've never gone through any of them, but I never want to be out of them either. They're super fine and perfectly angled. They have the perfect consistency, the brush stiffness, everything's perfect for gel liner. These will give me the most perfect wing, no mistakes, nothing. This is literally my holy grail. This is the Monsieur Big from Lancome. It is a natural bristle brush. I'm going to show you the brush on a deluxe size sample. This one hasn't been opened yet. I don't want to open it right now. So this is the same brush that's in there. It is a very spiky, very reminiscent of the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara wand, but this doesn't flake or smudge or anything. It gives me volume, it gives me length, and it holds a curl. It is literally the perfect mascara. It is super black, and it's not waterproof, so it's easy to remove. I have no trouble with it whatsoever. I love this mascara. Love. This is the L'Oreal Voluminous Lash Paradise. This to me is a complete dupe for the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. Even the wand is similar. This one I like a lot. I don't like it as much as my Monsieur Big, but this is still one of the ones that I go to throughout the year for volume. This really does give you really nice volume of your lashes. It can tend to clump a little bit, so just be wary of that. But other than that, it's a great mascara, especially for drugstore. And the last drugstore mascara is a very affordable drugstore mascara. This is only about $5 at Ulta. And this is the Essence Lash Princess False Lash Effect Mascara. This mascara is amazing. Amazing. This gives you long, fake-looking lashes in seconds. It has a conical wand, so it's got the perfect like Christmas tree wand that can get into the inner corners of your eyes and the small lashes. It's just amazing, and again, it's $4.99 at Ulta. I love this. I will always love this, and I will probably always repurchase this. This has been my holy grail body butter. all year long. I love this body butter so, so, so much. This is by Perfectly Posh. This is the Skin Joy Plum Luck. It is warm spicy clove and cinnamon with a hint of plum. It's amazing. It is shea based, it's filler free. It is super rich and luscious and delicious. You don't need a lot either. That's why it looks like there's not much missing. You don't need a lot. But if I could smell like this for the rest of my life, I totally would. It's amazing. I am not a Perfectly Posh consultant, but I do have some consultants that I can link in the description box below. If you are interested, I can direct you over to them that are fantastic. Kind of on the same bandwagon as Body Shop, but I actually like these better than the Body Shop body butters. They're so moisturizing. They don't last on top of your skin, so you get the scent, but you don't get that greasy, gross feeling. It makes your skin just glow and feel so rich and plump and hydrated. They're very, very good. I've gone through quite a few of these, but this one's my favorite scent. I don't know if you can still get this scent, but if you can, oh my God, you guys, please just try it. Please, just, oh, it's so good. All right, you guys, my lighting has drastically changed, and as you can see, I have donned a robe because I am freezing. So we're gonna keep going. We're gonna push through. We're gonna push through the pain and keep going. All we have left, I believe, is lips, so we're doing good. So for high-end, my favorite high-end lip liner is by Buxom. They're right in between a liner and a crayon, so they're a bigger liner compared to, you know, one of these, but they're so creamy and pigmented and beautiful. So this is the shade Incognito, which is one of my favorite ones to wear as a nude. They are so comfortable. They wear all day long. They're beautifully pigmented. They don't accentuate any lines in your lips. I love these. Absolutely love these. And I have two from the drugstore that I could think of that really, really stood out to me this year. And those two are Milani, which they are the sharpenable type pencils. Sorry, of course, naturally I wouldn't sharpen this before the video. This one is in the shade Spice. And this one is just a beautiful, warmer toned nude, very similar to Incognito, just a tiny bit darker. Again, these are super creamy, super blendable. They are comfortable. They're almost hydrating feeling, and they're very inexpensive. So I really, really like these. They sharpen well. I have nothing bad to say about them. I discovered the Wet n Wild lip liners, and oh my gosh, like, Wet n Wild is stepping up their game for real. These are the Wet n Wild Perfect Pout Gel Lip Liners. This one is in the shade Bear to Comment, but the creaminess and the glide of these, and this is a retractable pencil, which is even cooler, keeps it nice and sharp. It's just a beautiful, beautiful liner. You get a good amount of product. They are vegan and cruelty free and incredibly affordable. I find myself reaching for these even over my high-end ones sometimes. This is by Tarte, and this is their Quench Lip Rescue Balms in the shade Nude. So you have a twist up balm. It's just got a very light wash of pigment. I mean, almost to the point where you can't even see it. Super hydrating, super comfortable, not sticky. It's like just the perfect balm, and it's beautiful. Throw it in your bag, go to the grocery store, pop it on for a hint of color. They have multiple colors, but I do love the shade Nude best on me. But these are definitely one of my favorite finds of 2017. This is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Liquid Lip in the shade Crush. I have already used that much of it. I just recently got it. I'm wearing it on my lips today. I love this color. This is my perfect nude. If there were a perfect nude for me, it's this. Anastasia Beverly Hills liquid lips are incredibly comfortable to wear. They are super pigmented, not hydrating, but they don't dry your lips out. They layer very nicely with a gloss on top, which is what I did today. I just love this whole line of liquid lipsticks. I have a lot of them, but this one, this color, is my favorite of all favorites. So another liquid lip that really surprised me is the Huda Beauty Liquid Matte liquid lips, and my favorite one is in the shade Bombshell. This is a gorgeous, again, nude color. You'll see a trend here. This one's more of a peachy nude, and unlike the Anastasia one, which is a little bit more moussey, this is very liquidy, and it does dry down completely matte and transfer proof very quickly, but it also smells like coconut. So there's Bombshell, and it is just the most perfect warm peachy nude. You don't feel it on your lips once it dries down. It feels like nothing. I love these. They have some great shade ranges. They pair well with everything else. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful lipstick. And my last higher end liquid lipstick, I have to hand to the Jeffree Star formula. I'm not going to get into anything about the drama. I've said it before, I'll say it again. I am here for products and products only. This formula is incredible. I think this is probably one of my favorite liquid lipstick formulas in general. This one is in the shade Red Rum. I wore this around Christmas so much. So pigmented. Smells like root beer, which is awesome. Vegan, cruelty-free. So pigmented. It is such a beautiful formulation of lipsticks. And now for the affordable side of liquid lipsticks, I only have two. There are definitely a lot more that I love, but I had to narrow it down or we would be here all day long. So the first one is kind of a mid-range. It's not quite drugstore, but it's not quite high-end. It's right in the middle, and that is the Sephora brand liquid lips. This one is in the shade 13, but I have multiple ones. This one is just the one that I grabbed to swatch for you. They have a huge shade range, which I really, really appreciate. These are almost undetectable on the lips. The pigmentation is phenomenal, but these literally, you cannot feel them on your lips. You cannot feel them, and they are probably the most transfer-proof liquid lipstick I've ever used. They last all day, they're not drying, they're beautiful, beautiful products. I know you guys have probably seen this a bunch of times too. I'm sorry, I'm one of the sheep in the masses. The Wet n Wild Liquid Catsuit liquid lipsticks. These are $4.99 at the drugstore. They have a great shade range. They are beautiful. They remind me a lot of the Jeffree Star liquid lipsticks. They're in pretty much the same packaging, as well as the doe foot applicator is exactly the same. So my favorite shade out of the ones I have is Rebel Rose. This actually almost is an exact dupe of the Sephora one right next to it, but that's the shade Rebel Rose right there. Again, very pigmented, goes on smooth, doesn't settle in fine lines, stays a really long time in the lips, goes well with a lip liner, works well with gloss over top, dries down to a matte. For affordable, ColourPop. These are the ColourPop Lippy Sticks, and my two favorite shades are Oh Snap and Lumiere. So Oh Snap is this beautiful, cool toned, pinky shade. So as you can see, Oh Snap is a matte finish, but it does still have a little bit of a shine to it. So I find that it makes it super comfortable on the lips. It literally feels like a chapstick to me, not so much a lipstick. It doesn't dry down. It doesn't get all crumbly and gross. They fade gracefully. They're a great product, and again, they're so inexpensive. But there's one other one that I feel still can sit in the drugstore category that I've been getting into a lot this year. This is actually the Ulta brand lipsticks, and this is one of their matte formulas in the shade Pink Punch. I like all of their lipsticks, cream and mattes, but I mean, the mattes are definitely a favorite. Look at the pigmentation of that. It's beautiful. These are such good quality lipsticks, and they often go on sale, buy two, get two free. I've gotten these as low as $3 a piece. So I still consider these drugstore because of the price point, but the quality of these is way up there with other high-end products. I think these are amazing, amazing quality. For my high-end lipstick, I had to choose a Bite lipstick. I love Bite Beauty. This was my year to discover a lot of things that Bite Beauty does. I love almost all of the products I've tried from Bite, but this is one of my favorite nude lipsticks of all time. And this is one of their Amuse Bouche lipsticks in the shade Meringue. This is a pinky nude shade. These are more of a glossy formula, just because they are food grade. They're not able to really dry down matte because they don't really contain alcohol or anything like that. I mean, that shade right there is absolutely stunning and so comfortable to wear. And we're finally down to gloss, and that is it. So for drugstore, one of my favorites is the NYX Butter Glosses. Pretty much any of them. The formulation is what I love about these. So there's that guy right there. These are very pigmented, very smooth, very comfortable to wear. They come in a huge range of colors. And this is actually by Flower Beauty. High Shine Lip Lacquer, and this one is in the shade Pink About Me. So this is... right there. This is one of those products that I feel like you can wear on its own. I like to wear it over a nude lipstick or even just a lip liner, and it gives the most glossy, juicy pout ever. It's such a flattering color. It's my perfect and peachy nude. This is the Buxom Full-On Lip Cream in White Russian, and this is the limited edition packaging with a diamond on top because a girl's bougie. But I love this gloss. This is just it claims to have a plumping effect. I've never felt a plumping effect. It does give a really comfortable minty tingle, not a painful pinching tingle, but a comfortable like mentholy tingle, which I love. Smells amazing, smells like candy canes, and I will always repurchase this. This is literally my holy grail ride or die gloss. And last but not least, this was also in my, I think, December favorites, either November or December. I don't remember because I liked it for both months, but I will link those up in the cards like I said. This is the Huda Beauty Lip Strobes. This is in the shade Angelic. It is a beautiful pink with a very, very light gold reflect to it. Beautiful shine to the lips. The duochrome in it is not so strong that it's gonna make your lips look shifty. It's just gonna bring a lot of light and like plumpness to the lips. Well, you guys, we made it through. We made it through my 2017 favorites. I am so excited to be able to say that 2017 is over. I'm so looking forward to 2018, hoping this year brings so much more happiness and good things for everybody. So if you guys have not already subscribed and you've lasted this long, definitely deserve a cookie. But if you've not subscribed, please pop down and subscribe. And don't forget to ring the notification bell so you do get updated when I upload videos. And if you liked this video, please give me a thumbs up and comment down below what your favorite products this year were. And until next time, I'll see you guys later. Bye.